This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. All right. So guys, am I audible? You all can hear me up, right?
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
Okay. All right. So let's get started. So in the last session, I was completely discussing on the cloud components, the BTP platform. So how SAC drives the BTP platform and also the different types of subscriptions. So SAP Analytics Cloud is a subscription-driven software, and so what are the different types of subscriptions offered by SAP Analytics Cloud? Okay, and then in today's session, I'll just quickly cover the types of cloud, the cloud infrastructures that are given to SAC. And then I'll show you how do we subscribe to SAP Analytics Cloud, and we'll move on to the connections part of this. So if I speak about the types of cloud, in terms of infrastructure standpoint, guys, we have like public cloud, private cloud, and a hybrid cloud. So what do we mean by public cloud is like, it's like a shared infrastructure or a shared cloud. Um, so, this SAP Analytics Cloud comes at very low cost. SAC always comes at very low cost because, and also clearly mentioned it, when you subscribe to SAP Analytics Cloud, you'll be by default given access to the backend infrastructures also. Means you no need to go and pay extra to the storage or to the infrastructures. So SAP itself will pay the infrastructure cost. But that too, it comes at very low cost because it always gives you the space from a public cloud platform. Okay, it always gives you the space from a public cloud data centers. Okay, so public cloud in the sense it's like shared cloud means multiple organizations data will be stored at one location, means one common infrastructure where multiple companies can come and store the data. It's like you're renting an apartment in a housing complex, guys. Okay, so you own one part of the housing complex. Okay, that is how your public cloud works. But again, there'll be some cybersecurity. No one can enter your house right without your lock and key. Same way, um, others cannot access, means one organization cannot access another organization data. So, but all multiple organization data stored in a one common infrastructure is what we call it as public cloud. Okay. So then comes the next thing, that is private cloud. Guys, especially companies having high sensitive informations, like especially financial organizations or government related organizations, right? So which has some high sensitive information, but still they want to use uh, leverage the power of cloud. So what these organizations do is they actually build exclusive data centers. Okay, maybe they tie up with Azure or SAC for them to build SAP to build some kind of an exclusive data centers for the organization. So we call them as like private data centers. It's like a kind of an on-premise only, not on-premise, like kind of a private cloud data center. So where only that organization will store the information. So we call it as a private cloud. Okay. And most of the large scale industry companies, guys, they are actually more inclined towards hybrid cloud, which is kind of private cloud is kind of expensive, guys, because you need to maintain your own data center, which is very, very expensive. So most of the organizations are now more inclined towards hybrid cloud, where so applications with high sensitive information will be stored in the private cloud, and normal applications which don't have a sensitive data will be actually storing their information in the public cloud. So they will actually do mix and match. Okay, so they mix up the data where they store it in multiple clouds. Okay, private, public, or hybrid cloud. Okay, so when it comes to SAP Analytics Cloud, whenever an organization go and subscribe to SAP Analytics Cloud, okay, an organization don't have a call to or they don't have a privilege to choose from which data center they should be getting the access. Okay, so SAP will decide because even the infrastructure is also given in the subscription cost itself. Okay, infrastructure is also included in the subscription cost itself. So SAP will actually decide from which public. So obviously it will give you from the public cloud only. It will not. So any you subscribe to any cloud application from SAP or Google or uh, Microsoft, so you will be by default given access from the public cloud infrastructures only. Okay, that's the reason the subscription costs are on lower side. Okay, they are on lighter side because of this public cloud infrastructures. So then, for suppose a company came, subscribed to SAP Analytics Cloud, they got to from a public cloud center, but uh, the company believes they are going to load some sensitive information into SAC. Okay, in that case, they can actually migrate this SAP Analytics Cloud from public cloud infrastructure to their own private cloud infrastructures using Cloud Foundry. Again, the migration happens through Cloud Foundry. So means imagine an organization subscribed to SAP Analytics Cloud. In one of our case, uh, we did this like so. They subscribed, they got it from an SAP data center as a public cloud infrastructure. But my organization owns some kind of a private cloud in AWS. Okay, so what they did, they migrated the application from public cloud infrastructures to the private cloud of AWS through Cloud Foundry. Okay, so that is more of a cloud administration, nothing to do from our end. So one point to be remembered is so SAP Analytics Cloud is always hosted on public cloud infrastructure environments. Any cloud application, not speaking from SAC standpoint, any cloud application is hosted on public cloud infrastructures only. So that is like one topic which I didn't cover yesterday. So this is about the cloud. Um, so like I covered, right? So what is infrastructure service, platform service, software as a service? Okay, how SAP is driving its uh, cloud framework, right? And so I also given you some insights on the cloud administration topics like Cloud Foundry. Okay, then I spoken about BTP, a technology platform of SAP. It's like a technical name of your SAP cloud platform. Okay, and SAP Analytics Cloud is one offering which drives the analytics and planning space of BTP. It's like the major software offering from BTP SAC. And then I also covered like how subscription based software work and different types of subscriptions offered by SAC and the cloud infrastructures. All right. So okay. So this is about types of cloud. So someone have a question? Someone out of mutes. Okay, fine. So this is more about the cloud. Okay. So I clearly shown you, right? How do we subscribe for SAP? So what are the different types of subscriptions offered by SAP Analytics Cloud, BI and planning subscription? Uh, now, hey, you're not speaking. Please keep yourself on mute. Then I'll quickly show you how to subscribe for SAP Analytics Cloud systems because we will be starting our hands-on from session 4. On day 4, we start working on the systems. Okay, so let me just quickly show you how do you subscribe. So I want you guys to do the subscription because so once even if this user gets expired, right, you should have that provision to create another user. Okay, so let me quickly show you the subscription process of SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, how do we subscribe to the free versions of SAC? Okay, guys, go to its website, SAP Analytics Cloud website. Here I just go. So let me try it in incognito because I already have my system subscribed here. So I'm trying it in incognito. Okay. So now you see, you go to sap.com, guys. You can simply go to sap.com also fine. Not don't need to go for analytics cloud also. So first you can simply go to sap.com. Okay. So step one, register at SAP. You need to get yourself registered with SAP first. Okay. So step one is always register with SAP. Okay. So for that, you need to use your email, any of your email IDs, guys. Let me check what email IDs are available for me. Let me quickly check. Okay. I'll use, okay. So here I'll say register. See, if you already have an account, you can simply log in with your email. If you don't have an account in SAP, create your own account. Okay. So I'll just go create another account. So I'm creating my own SAP account. So here, this is the option. Try logging in. Okay. In that, you'll get an option to create an account. Just provide your business email ID. So guys, always you make sure give the country as United States. Okay. See, why I'm going for, you can go for any country. So one point, this please make a note of this. So I'm going for United States. If you give your, when you're trying to register at SAP, right? If you give your country as United States and when you subscribe to SAP Analytics Cloud, you'll get it from US data center, American data center. If you give your country region as something in Europe, you'll get European data center. Because if I just go show my system, if I open my system,
So department, we need to select something.
yeah, department, you can select anything. So it's about the country, please. I want everyone on the same country. Why also I'll tell you. Okay. Here guys,
If
my
we have
server.
if we have account, we can change it, Satya, to the country.
You cannot change the country. Once account is
Uh,
created, you cannot change the countries. I suggest try creating another. So here you see, so this is my system, guys, my server. See this here, you see, this is your data center. This information is your data center information. Credit experience, SAC, US 10. US is American. 10 represents its AWS. It's an AWS data center in US region. If you go for country as India, you'll see AP10, Asia Pacific. Okay, if you give something in European region, you'll see it as EU10. So what happens is any server is fine, all systems are fine, there is no problem. So generally what I do is I'll share my work with the users, guys. You can actually access my work, whatever I develop, you can directly access. You see here, you see there are these things are shared with a lot of users, right? So once your users are created, I'll be sharing these things with you. So that is the reason uh, I ask you to create in the same US data center. If your system is also US 10, then you can I can actually share my work, nothing else. You want to access my work and all the things should be shared. So you can please make sure it is USA, United States. Okay. Okay, I give the company as like SAP only. You can give your own company. Uh, information technology. Give your
But
own department. Any department is fine.
for
Consultant.
me, email address, it's already registered what it says. Um,
I think your email address you already registered with SAP. Try with another email.
yeah, I tried another. I got two. It's on record. It says.
Okay, then try creating another Gmail. If it is
Okay.
already registered with yours, then fine, no problem. Try do a password reset and that's it. If you're already registered, just try with just
Mhm.
a password reset. So here now I just given all the details, guys. I say submit. So it will send an email, right? Check your inbox and activate your account. Okay, so I'm just pausing my screen share so that I'll log into this account.
I have one small doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Why it is not using the BTP and why it is using AWS?
It's nothing but the partnership, man.
Okay. Then when and in which case then BTP will be used?
See, mostly if you go for a normal subscriptions, right? Like an organization based subscriptions. Okay, so BTP is used majorly.
Okay.
This is free subscription, so there. See, sometimes even you see AWS also. For suppose your company is an Indian company, SAP don't have a data center in India. Until and unless you don't have a data center in India, you cannot subscribe. Subscribe in the sense you cannot use an SAP data center because you don't have a data center in India. And India has a strong guidelines, right? I clearly spoke this last session only.
Exactly.
Uh, we cannot store the information outside our country. Here you see guys, I got an email to activate my account in sap.com. So let's say click here to activate your account. Create your own password. I just create some random password. Okay, what is it? So guys, now you registered with SAP. That's your first step. Now it is active. Your account is active. You see, I logged in with my account. So that's my first step. So once your SAP registration is done, so guys, now you can subscribe to any product offered by SAP. Not only SAC, guys, using this account, you can subscribe to BTP, you can subscribe to DataSphere. So all the free offerings from SAP. Okay. So now what I do once you registered sap.com, so go to the products, go to your business technology platform. In the BTP, you see analytics cloud. Go to data and analytics. Here you see SAP Analytics Cloud. Explore SAP Analytics Cloud. So you will be routed to your website of SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay. So then you see once you registered, okay, then what I suggest is now let's say there's just click on the option experience SAP Analytics Cloud. Here you see once you move to the SAC website, okay. So experience SAP Analytics Cloud. Start your experience version. So for your batch, I created this right satya.sac. 09. Okay. Okay, this is the one I created for SAP registration.
Satya, can you show that again, please? How to go for Analytics Cloud? Yes.
This is your web URL, man. You can use this straight away.
That is fine, but now how to subscribe it? I mean,
You're trying with me. So one suggestion I always give to the people is don't try to practice during the sessions. I'll be real quick. Maybe for the first time I'll be slow. Just try using the recordings when you're doing all the activities. Okay. So that's one suggestion I give because I'll be very, very quick during the sessions. Okay. I'll come back. See here. I'm in SAP Analytics Cloud. I went to BTP again. Go to products in BTP. Check data and analytics or planning products, whatever it is. Or you can do one thing, guys. Why all this stuff? Just copy this website, paste it up. You'll be by default coming to SAP Analytics Cloud. So click on Experience SAP Analytics Cloud. You see that option. Start your experience. So this is the user created. So SCC system will automatically create the user for you. So this is your user. And this is your password. Now, if you scroll down, click to start your guided experience. Okay. So here, just provide these credentials. You can use the option keep me signed in. So that, see, if you just use this keep me signed in, no need to provide username and password. Say continue. Okay, so now you successfully subscribed to SAP Analytics Cloud System. So what I suggest is bookmark this URL, guys. So from the next iteration, you no need to do all these steps. Just bookmark this URL. I already bookmarked it. Okay, just bookmark the URL. Okay, and click on it. So it will automatically log it to the system. So nothing, no process to be done. Just bookmark your URL. That's your step 3. So here you see it is guided experience. So generally, if you take from organization, right? For suppose some organization XYZ is subscribed to this product, here instead of guided experience, you see the organization name. Okay, like for suppose PepsiCo has implemented, then you see it as PepsiCo. Okay, if if any organization AT&T has implemented AT&T, so you see all the organization names here. You see, so what are the organization you see? You see the name of that organization here. Okay, then SAC, then you see the data center information. Here it is created in US 10. So cross sharing is possible, everything in same tenant. So then you see CF apps means Cloud Foundry apps. It is actually deployed on AWS environment through Cloud Foundry. So you see it as CF apps start. Okay, then us10.hana.ondemand.com. So this is the Cloud Foundry URL using which it was deployed on AWS environment. So this URL itself speaks. So just bookmark this up, guys. Okay. I removed also bookmarks. Bookmark that URL and use it. So here, if you just go, this is your menu, system menu. Okay, I'll show it from my system. I close this incognito. So here, once I bookmarked, you see this. This is the bookmark I have. It will automatically log in. Okay, so generally this user's expiry is 90 days, guys, but I'll give you some cheat codes where if you apply that, it will never expire. The cheat code is very simple. If you schedule any job, if you schedule something in this system, if any schedule is running on the product, on the user, it will never expire. So this user I created like almost like it's been 8 months or 9 months I'm using this user. Okay, so it's a very simple thing. Use some cheat. I'll show you. I'll show you how to schedule one job so that it will never get expired. So you see here, so this is your menu, and here you see all the options. So home page, this is your home page. Click, go to the files. In the file section, you see all the content, all the folders you created, and all the objects in that folder. If you just go, if I go onto the contents, you see uh, intelligence planning. So you see different folders. If I go onto the folders, you see all the objects we have. Okay, all the objects I created. So like that. So for every batch, I'll maintain a separate folder. So let me create a folder for your batch as well. Um, so here there is an option, folder actions, new folder. What's your batch number? Sorry, I forgot the batch number. 33.
33.
Okay, so I created a folder for your batch. So in this, you can create subfolders again. So I just start with, anyway, I'm gonna start with business intelligence first. See guys, I'm not following any naming convention. Different organizations has their own naming conventions. That is organization specific, so it's easy. It is training. I'm not following any kind of a naming convention as such. Right. So I created one folder. So in this folder, I'll start creating the objects. Okay. So once your users are created, I'll be sharing this folder access with your batch, with your user, with your GE user. So user will be always start, your SAC user always starts with GE. Okay. All right. So yeah, I created my user and also shown you like how to create some folders. So I can use the folders to start creating the objects. So you see all the work, all the files, all the folders in this my files, and then you see a thin line, guys. Under thin line, you see apps. All the objects that can be developed as part of SAP Analytics Cloud will be shown here. So you see all the options here, guys. So you can build to have modeler section, right, to build the data models. Okay, whether it's live model or import model. If I click on the modeler section, okay, so close this up. So for live model, this is the option we use. If you're making a live connection, so we use this option to create a data model. If you're importing the data, so we use this option. So two options we have. Earlier we used to have 4, now it is reduced to 2. Okay. So then we can create stories. So guys, in SAP Analytics Cloud, reporting means we call it as telling a story to the customer. So we call them as stories. Reports, all dashboards are called as stories in SAC. Okay. So we have two objects in reporting in SAC, especially one is story and second one is analytic application. Okay. Story is kind of a standard, so you cannot do any scripting. Okay. Whereas if you want to do some kind of a script based reporting, so then we go for analytic application. So right now, even story has two versions, guys, optimized and classic versions. I'll speak about it. Means now if I just go on to the story, uh, even the story has now two versions, classic version and an optimized version. So SAC, if I speak about the direction of SAP Analytics Cloud, they are going away from analytic applications. So we used to have two objects for reporting, one story for a kind of generalized reporting with all options, no scripting. Okay, for standard scenarios, we use story. If you want to do some kind of a custom script, so then we make use of an analytic application. But there are some discrepancies having, like there are some limitations having two objects for the reporting. I'll clearly speak about them. And now SAP is merging all the capabilities into one. That is, so now story comes with two modes, classic mode and optimized mode. And this optimized mode contains the scripting capability. So means slowly, maybe from the last 1 year, this optimized design experience script mode came into existence in 2023 only. Okay, in the stories. So what SAP is saying is right now, migrate all your analytic applications also into the story. Means also do the scripting within the story, because down the line, they're gonna retire the analytic application. They are going to retire the analytic application, and now we have all the capabilities of analytic application embedded into the story itself. Now story itself has all the application capabilities. So this is in retirement phase. Maybe down the line you see this option getting removed. So two objects for reporting were now merged into one object, that is all story. So one object for all the reporting stories. So then we got some augmented analytics like data analyzer. Okay, then we have a digital boardroom also. I clearly mentioned that digital boardroom comes with extra subscription cost. Uh, a digital boardroom is like one option which comes with extra subscription cost. Uh, Design here, this is the place where you can set up the meeting agendas. It's a multi-screen touch enabled reporting platform. Means like you have three screens running in parallel. Okay, means you want to show the inventory in one, sales in another, and the overall integration in the third. So you can show three pages at one go. Okay, uh, using a digital boardroom. And this is majorly used for high level management presentations like COO, CXO presentations, or you want to present something in AGM meetings, then we can make use of a digital boardrooms. Okay, but digital boardroom doesn't comes in a standard subscription. Company organization needs to pay extra to get digital boardroom. And I'm very honestly speaking, guys, I'm not seeing the digital boardroom. Almost like I worked for around 6 to 7. I seen around 6 to 7 projects on SAC. I hardly seen boardroom in one. Okay, no organization is spending extra to get a boardroom. Okay, and this digital boardroom is like an extended version of your story only, guys. It is like an extended version of your story, a reporting, where you can set up the meeting agendas, and it has got a lot of sugarcoat options. Okay, nothing else. So these are like the reporting options like stories, analytic applications, and digital boardroom. They all fall the reporting options. So then for data modeling and data management, we got two objects. One is data sets, okay, and second one is data modeler. So guys, if you have an ad hoc load, means you load data only once, you don't do any data continuous data management, we go for data sets. If you want to continuously load the data into the system, so we make use of data modeler. It's always ideal to use the data modeler only. We don't really make use of data sets heavily. Okay, we use data sets in when we are doing some predictive scenarios only. When we are dealing with predictive analytics, then only we make use of data sets. In other scenarios like business intelligence and planning, we really don't use the data sets at all. Okay, so if data sets don't have a facility to do a continuous data load, okay, so it's like one time load, ad hoc load kind of things. So we have two objects in the data management and data modeling space, data set and data modeler. So we maximum cases we go for data modeler only, right? So then, so data analyzer is an augmented analytics option. I clearly mentioned it in business intelligence along with data modeling and reporting. We got augmented analytics also, where you can do some kind of a data discovery and everything. So we do it through data analyzers. So then we got some planning options like in form of data actions, allocations, multi-actions, planning calendar. So these all are planning options only. Okay, so we do all budgetary allocations like budgeting through data allocations. We automate our planning functions or planning sequences through data actions. Okay, we combine multiple data actions into multi actions and have them all part of a planning calendar, so that it will automate your jobs also. You can automate the jobs by integrating them into the calendar. So these all are planning options. I'll speak exclusively during the planning sessions. And then you can also run an end-to-end of predictive analytics using these options. If I go under the predictive scenario, you can do all 3 types of predictive analytics here. Okay. Even these predictive scenarios are also used in planning. Even this time series forecasting predictive scenario is again used in planning. So all the options that can be created, all the objects, all the development objects will be seen in the apps space. Okay. So these are the objects that can be created within SAC. There are some sub options also which are not listed here, but you'll see them. Okay. And then again, you see a fine line, thin line, guys. Then you see the options like security, where you maintain the roles, users, teams, etc. Okay. So then you have connections, like how do you connect in live and import with different systems. Here you see, you can create some connections. If I click on the connection, you have 2 types of connections, live and acquire. Forget about public API. Ignore this. You see 2 types of connectivity. So live data connectivity with these systems like your warehousing systems. Okay. And import data connectivity with a lot of applications. You see a lot of systems, SAP and non-SAP applications. So this is more of connection, connectivity, administration, security will be done here. Okay. So all the development happens here and this one. So guys, as I clearly mentioned, right, my system has got no limitation when it comes to development. I can develop anything in SAP Analytics Cloud Experience version. So no limitation at all. Okay. Even in connectivity also, I don't have big limitations. The only limitation I have during the training is security when I deal with user management and transport management. Security and lifecycle management are the only 2 things which I really cannot do it in this practice system. Okay, so those things will be covered in oral. Okay, I'll be covering through theoretical. Okay, remaining everything I'll do it on the system. Okay, so no limitation as such. There are 1 to 2 sessions where, like when I do user management and transport management, so only those sessions I just need to cover oral. Right? Makes sense? Any questions here on the walkthrough on the system?
Yes, Satya Mahesh this side. So when we create a story, right, as you said, there are 2 options coming, optimized and classic. So what is a major difference if we go, when we should go for optimized, when we should go
I'll cover
classic?
it up. Yeah. Once I go for the story building, I'll cover this up, Mahesh. Okay. So
Okay.
lot many see almost like 30% of the sessions will be on the story building only, right? Whether it is BI or planning, you'll get to know. I'll create at least like 2 to 3 stories and classic experience and almost like 4 to 5 stories on optimized. So you'll clearly see the differences. So what options are supported, what are not supported, in which case you should go for classic, which case we go for optimized. I'll clearly differentiate.
Okay. In the connections, we have 2 things, Satya. Live and other one is what? I mean, live means. Can you elaborate it a bit,
Live and
please?
acquire. Yeah, I'll speak about it. I'm about to speak about
Okay.
Do you have a workflow, Satya? Workflow kind of thing in SAC?
what do you mean by workflow, Sridhar? Like from what perspective you're speaking? Because
In sequence of steps executing.
okay, so you have data actions here.
Okay. Means
So
currency conversions or
yes, so you got like data action, multi-actions is like sequence of steps executing. This is more like a workflow. This is more like planning sequences and planning actions. Okay, if you speak from planning perspective, so these are the options.
okay. So
Different,
planning sequence in
it's
the
all
sense
different.
so planning sequence and the functions. I mean, you're talking about IP here,
Yes, I'm
or
speaking
this
about
is
BWIP,
okay.
IP functions. Yeah, so I tell you, right, so it's completely different. SEC planning system is completely different from what you see in the traditional planning like BWIP or BPC. So it's I can say like it's completely different. different UI altogether, and different way of functioning also. Even planning runs in a different style altogether. Yeah, there might be some you can relate with your existing functions, but the style, the mode is different. And this is also a predictive planning system where you make use of AI and ML to forecast the values. I say, right, when you come to SAC, um, especially SAC planning also, come with open brain. I always say to the people, just keep your BPC baggage aside or BWIP baggage aside when you are coming to SAC. All right, so it's a very simple UI path. Okay, so it runs as a website, cloud application, right? It runs as a website. The only thing you need is a proper internet connection. And we are not worried about your system configurations. But guys, earlier SAP's preferred website is Google Chrome. Okay, SAP is recommended. It's a recommended web. Uh, okay, not website, guys. I'm sorry. Facilitator or whatever it is Google Chrome. But now I think it runs everywhere. Okay, whatever browser you use, that's fine. But Chrome was preferred in 2020, but now every browser is fine.
Satya, with the trial version, can we able to connect to the S4 HANA system?
Only cloud systems can be connected. So with I don't call it as trial. So trial is different from experience version. This is please call it as experiences, because trial is different. I'm not using the trials at all. We can connect with cloud applications, not with on-prem. Okay. So
Okay.
generally when we try connect with on-premise, right, guys, we need some kind of a cloud agents. Okay. And I cannot really install a cloud agent in my normal experience related things. We cannot really install the cloud agents and cloud connectors. So that's the reason we avoid connecting to on-premise and we connect to only cloud applications in the training process. But in real systems, so they will install cloud connectors and cloud agents, and you can connect with on-premise also. So that is one thing to be noted here. Connecting with S4HANA clouds, not S4HANA on-premise.
Okay.
Especially when I do the planning, I'll try to get it from S4HANA cloud. Right, so guys, any questions on this part? How do you register? So try registering yourself and let us know if you face any issues. I also given you some SAC walkthrough. Okay.
Satya,
Yes.
one small question. Whether the organization maintains these three systems like development, quality, and production for this one also for SAC?
Yeah. So it depends. They can go for a single tenant subscriptions or a multi-tenant subscription. So I'll speak about it when I speak about lifecycle management. I'll really speak about it.
Okay.
Single
Thank
tenant
you.
and multi-tenants.
Okay.
Don't think I'm skipping few questions, guys, because anyway I'm going to cover. I don't want to waste my energy and deviate from the topic. Okay, that's the reason few things which I know will be covered in the future, I just skip. So I clearly covered about cloud and cloud subscriptions. So guys, you already know analytics has got three areas like business intelligence, which is nothing but your historical data, data modeling and reporting, where we derive insights on your data. Okay. So then we got predictive analytics, which where you use the historical information to predict your future outcomes. Then we got planning. So where we plan for your future financial years or something. Right, so SAP Analytics Cloud supports all the three areas. You know, right? This was all the things covered during my demonstration. Um, it's like one product for all areas. Like, okay, you see here SAP Analytics Cloud. Uh, it's a software as a service offering, which I already covered. It has got BI, planning, and predictive services in one place. So then, okay, in today's session, I'll quickly give you some insights on the connectivity, how we connect different applications with SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, if I speak about this, so okay, guys, just give me a minute, please. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so yeah, now you, if I just go with, see, if I speak about the data flow architectures, guys, you see, from data always resides in your business applications, right? Okay, so your ERP or supporting systems, right? Like data always gets created in your business applications from which we extract the data into a central warehousing systems. Okay, um, we also call it as the data lakes, right? From there, we connect with your reporting products. So we always, so from multiple business applications, we extract the data into a single central warehouse. Okay, and there we build some beautiful data models. Like data models are built in such a way that they actually cater to one functional area or one business area, right? Especially when you're doing the data modeling, we really don't really think about the user requirement or a business requirement when you build some data models. You always build the models in such a way that they actually has an end-to-end information about one particular functional or a business area, right? So now with cloud coming into play, guys, we given some beautiful names. They given some beautiful names, like especially importing the data using some ETL tools, getting the data into a data lake means building all the data pipelines, getting the data, and building the models. We call it as data engineering space. Okay, and then so reporting falls into data analytics. So if I speak from SAP standpoint, guys, if I really speak about it from SAP standpoint, you see we got a lot of tools in ETL space. Like we got DS, like data services, bots in one way, BODS. So we got data services for periodic data loading. So we got SLT for kind of real-time data loads. Then we got SDI, etc., CPIDS, etc., etc. So a lot of products in ETL. But if you see the roadmap of SAP, guys, they are actually moving towards one ETL for the future, that is DI, data intelligence, a Python-based data pipeline system, uh, which is used for both periodic data load and a real-time data loading. And at the same time, it can extract the data from either SAP or non-SAP applications. So they are completely merging capabilities of different ETLs into one single system, that is data intelligence, that to a cloud-based uh, framework. Okay, so this is also one product to look for the future. Then if I speak about SAP's warehousing and data lake applications, guys, we got like SAP BW. uh, if I say BW, means it can be different versions of BW, like BW on HANA or BW for HANA. It can be any version, not generalizing I'm putting a general word of BW there. Okay, so then we got SAP HANA, native HANA data modeling. And then now even we can build some data modeling within S4 HANA, right? We call it as S4 HANA embedded modeling, where you can build some data models using CDS views, right? And now these all data modeling applications maybe in the so these all are on-premise modeling applications. Okay, so now SAP is actually moving towards a cloud-based warehousing, coming with a new cloud-based data lake or data warehouse, that is DataSphere. Okay, but it depends on the organization, guys. If organization is more worried about the data sensitivity and everything, they'll still look for on-premise warehouses only. Okay, uh, so still the organizations are in two minds to implement DataSphere or stick with HANA or BW for HANA. But over a period of time, you see most of the organizations look towards DataSphere as the preferred data lake or a data warehouse on cloud. And now when it comes to SAP Analytics Cloud has a business object suite in reporting. So guys, the SAP was very strong in terms of ETL and data modeling. As SAP has got real strength in this space. Okay, it has got beautiful ETLs and a very strong data warehousing and data lake applications in form of BW4 HANA and native HANA. Very strong, very powerful, can handle huge volumes of data, can handle reporting complexities, everything. But SAP's major weak point is its reporting piece. Okay, so that's a major weak point for SAP, because SAP has got business object suite, which is kind of an outdated. Okay, where we used to have different tools for different reporting. Like we got web intelligence for operational reporting. Like if you want to do some tabular format of reporting, we got web intelligence. Then we got Lumira Discovery for analytic reporting, like visualization reporting. Okay, then we got Lumira Designer for script-based reporting. Okay, if you want, it's a JavaScript-based reporting. So analytic application, you see in right, analytic application in SAC, which used to be a product earlier, Lumira Designer. We used to call it as Design Studio earlier. So we got Lumira Designer. So if you want to do some script-based custom reporting, we make use of Lumira Designer. And if you want to embed any of your reports into mobile applications, we have a product called Romby. Okay, and if you want to enable Excel features and do some kind of a detailed reporting and also a self-service enabled detailed reporting, we have analysis for Office. Okay, so SAP, the major problem with business object suite was it has got different reporting tools for different business cases or use cases. Okay, for different style of different reporting tools for different styles. So which and but so this as a suite was unable to compete with Power BI or Tableau, guys, which are very powerful. So they offer analytic reporting, they offer script, they offer operational, everything at one place. Okay, so right now, so these all reporting products are getting replaced with one single reporting solution, that is SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, So SAP Analytics Cloud is like a one unified reporting platform where it offers analytic reporting like Lumina Discovery. It offers script-based reporting like Designer. It offers mobile application enablement like Rombi. It offers operational reporting. It also has a concept of grid page using which it does operational reporting like Web Intelligence, and also it has Excel add-in, which is more like an analysis for Office. Okay, so it has got all options embedded into one single product, one single reporting solution. So it's like one reporting product for any kind of a reporting need. Like you want to do analytic reporting, operational means to show the data in detail, or you want to show the aggregated informations, use script also to build some custom widgets, uh, uh, embed into mobile applications. So everything is done within SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, so this is how your SAP direction, I'm speaking about the direction. So they are actually aggressively moving on to cloud. Okay, and they got two products in data engineering space, that is data intelligence, which deal with all your data pipelines, and data sphere deals with your data modeling and data lake application. Okay, then we got SAP Analytics Cloud for all your reporting needs and data analytics needs. I'm not speaking from planning standpoint as of now. So SAC as a analytics product or a business intelligence product. Okay, so SAP Analytics Cloud, guys, it offers two types of connections. One, a direct live connection. Okay, so SAC offers two types of connections here. You see it very clearly. If I go onto the connections by creating a new connection, so ignore about public APIs. This is like API calling. It has two types of connections: live data and acquired data. Acquired data or import connection, whatever we call, both are same. Okay, so it has got two types of connectivities: live and import connection. So live data connection is more of a virtual connection, guys. Live data connection is kind of virtual. Uh, Means we work with metadata only. We really don't extract the data physically into SAP Analytics Cloud. So no physical data extraction happens into SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, and yeah, so live data is kind of virtual metadata work thing. So no physical extraction into SAP Analytics Cloud. So means there is no data management, nothing happens in SAC. So if any user come, means we simply build a live model, which is a virtual model. All together means no data resides in that live model. Okay, and we use that live model as a source to build a story. If any user come and execute a story, for suppose any user come and execute a story, as no data is present in SAP Analytics Cloud, it will hit your backend systems at the runtime. Okay, it will actually hit your backend systems at the runtime and read the data from your backend systems. Okay, so it's like a runtime processing happens from the source system in case of a live connection. And guys, it offers a direct live connection. SAP Analytics Cloud offers a direct live connection with your systems like BW. Means it offers live connection only with the warehousing and modeling applications. So live connection is possible only with the data lake. As one point to be remembered. Any system offering, any reporting product offering a live connection, it offers live with only a reporting product, a data lake or a data warehouse. It offers a direct live connection with all SAP data warehouses like SAP BW, means any version of BW, HANA, BPC for planning modeling. If you have BPC, if you got some planning models, you can connect BPC also. S4 HANA, if you got some CDS views, you can also connect with S4 HANA, and DataSphere. Okay, here you see, if I speak about live, if I open the live systems, so it offers live connection with BPC, BW, DataSphere, HANA, S4, and also business objects universe, guys. So I don't know how many of you come from business objects background. So business objects has this universe building concepts, right? I really don't think people still use that. Okay, IDT. Okay, you can consume those universes into SAC via live connections. So this is kind of an outdated thing, so I'm not focused here much. So it offers a live connection with all these products. Okay, in normal projects case, you majorly see a live connection from SAC happening from with BW, DataSphere, and HANA. So these are the three systems where you see a heavy live connection in your projects. Okay.
What is this data source type, Satya, here? Right side?
If you select cloud, it shows only cloud systems. Okay. If you select on-premise, it shows only on-premise, like that.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
You don't see
thanks.
DataSphere now if I select on-premise.
So Satya, why we need a connection from SAP BPC? Because SAC itself have planning, right?
Yes. So I'll speak about that during planning sessions. Very honestly, we don't integrate with BPC. Okay, it has given an integration, but in real
Okay.
planning projects, we really don't integrate. It's given an option, that's it. Okay. So that is how you see a live connectivity. So live connectivity is offered only with the warehousing and modeling applications of SAP. So guys, in case of a live connectivity, we use SAP Analytics Cloud only for reporting. Okay. Only for reporting means we'll consume the existing data models that are available in your backend systems. I repeat, in case of live connectivity, we actually consume the data models present in your back systems, like backend systems, and we really don't perform any data modeling in Analytics Cloud. Okay, so SAC is purely used as a reporting solution here. Okay, I'll tell you. See, guys, if you connect with BW system, so we'll consume the BEX queries, which is your end data model. Okay, see, different products has different names for the data models. Okay, if I connect with HANA BW4 HANA systems, we can consume composite providers or BW queries. Okay, which are your end data models. Similarly, if I connect with
Data,
HANA system,
data target, Satya, we cannot consume.
what data targets you mean to say?
Like a cube or multi-provider, DSO or something else. As
No, we cannot. Not the data targets. It is your BEX query which is enabled by SAC. Okay, end data model. Always the end data models will be consumed. The top layers. Okay. You go to SAP HANA, guys. So we can consume the calculation views, which are majorly transaction data calculation views, like cube-based calculation views. Okay. If I go for CDS, okay, we can consume the analytics CDS. Means like if your source system is S4 HANA, we actually consume the analytics CDS views here. Okay. So if your source is DataSphere, we actually consume the data from your analytic data sets. So in one or other way I can say is, so in case of a live connection, we connect with the warehouse or a data lake application where data models are already built, okay, and consume those data models into SAP Analytics Cloud as a live model. Means we'll consume a calculation view as a live model into SAC or a BEX query as a live model into SAC. It is only a metadata replication. Okay, it's only a structure replication. Get them into SAC and use them for reporting. If any user come and execute a story, it will actually hit your backend systems because the data is residing in your data lake only. So it will actually hit your data lake and render the informations from the data lake at the runtimes. Okay, so there is no data storage or no data management happens in SAC in case of a live connection. Okay, right, makes sense. So guys, even for suppose you want to build some new calculation also, it is supposed to do it in your backend system. Okay, we don't ask to do it in reporting layer because it has to go to the backend system, get the data and create the calculation on the fly. Okay, during runtimes, which will increase your runtimes or reporting performances. Okay, so I'll give you, there are some thumb rules when you make a live connection. Okay, so to be followed for better reporting performance. So there are a lot of advantages of having a live connection. It's a lot of advantages. The first biggest advantage is there is no data management within SAP Analytics Cloud, and you don't need a big infrastructure. You really don't need a big infrastructures to maintain SAP Analytics Cloud system. So first thing, it's a cost saver, guys. It is a big cost saver because you don't need heavy gigabytes of cloud space to maintain, or terabytes of your cloud space to maintain SAC, because you are not storing any data in SAC. Okay, so so that's one of the biggest advantage you have here of live connection. So cost effective, and again, uh, we don't do any data management, means you don't need to configure any ETL to load data into SAC, and you really don't need big team who do all the data monitoring and the other stuff. So there is no data monitoring, no ETL required to integrate, okay, and no data managed in SAC. Okay, it's a big cost saver, first and foremost. And second, guys, just a lot of companies, especially having high sensitive informations, they are reluctant to store. So they are not interested to store the data in cloud. But in this case, guys, if you offer a live connection, so your data is residing in on-premise only, but you're accessing from cloud through a live connection. That is also one of the biggest factor here. So companies not to worry about the data security because you're not getting the data into SAC. Okay. So second point, second biggest advantage why companies prefer live connections. And third is, okay, the SAP Analytics Cloud might be a new product, guys, but SAP is already a market leader in the warehousing space. It has got a strong presence using the products BW4 HANA, native HANA. It has got very strong presence. So using live connection, it will directly consume the data models that are available in your backend systems. You don't need to go rebuild the data model once again in SAC. So SAC, for suppose you're an organization implemented a big warehouse, guys, like Informa BW4 HANA. So they have a lot of data models. So if SAC doesn't offer live connection, what do you need to do? You need to again pull out the data from BW4 into SAC, do the data modeling again in SAC, and do the reporting. So means in one or other way, you're storing the same data at multiple locations. So whatever you built in the warehouse is kind of a no use in one or other way, right? So that is also one of the biggest factors. Using live connections, what are the data models that are built in your warehouses will be straightforward used in SAC. Okay. So we can consume the existing data models, and you really don't need big implementation times to implement reporting in SAC. So these all advantages makes an SAP Analytics Cloud a first choice reporting on all SAP warehousing systems. Okay. So if you're using any of your warehouse like BW4 HANA, Native HANA, DataSphere, the SAC will be your primary choice of reporting because of that live connectivity. It offers heavy advantages, guys. Cost effective, security effective, and at the same time, so all the existing objects that were created already will be used directly. Okay, so less implementation time. So these all factors kick in if you start doing a reporting on SAC using live connection. But only a point we need to check is the reporting performance, because we are reading data from source at the runtimes. But guys, I see, right, I'm seeing SAC from long time. I really don't see heavy impacts due to live connection. If we have the same data available in SAC, if report is coming in 10 seconds or 20 seconds, for suppose if report is coming in 20 seconds, if storage is within SAC, then if you use live connection, it will go to 25 seconds max to max. There are like 20%, 30% increase in the processing time, not beyond that. Okay. There are some guidelines. If you follow some guidelines and thumb rules, you get effective reporting performance in live connections also. Okay. So reporting performance was never a big issue, especially if you have huge volumes of data, then it's another thing, but it was never an issue with SAC live connections. So that is about the live connection, guys. So, but live connection is applicable only for a warehousing system where you have a data model in place. If you don't have a data model in place, live connection will not work. Straightforward. So then second type of connectivity is it offers an acquire connection with all applications. It can be any application. Okay, so guys, I'm already out of time. So what I do is maybe I don't want to start with acquire now. I'll stop here. Maybe in the session 3, I'll continue with the connections. Okay, I'll continue with acquire connection, and I'll also work with, okay, SAC frameworks. And also I'll work on SAC components in the next session. All right, so maybe I stop here for today. Thank you all, have a great day. So I'll cover these things. So our hands-on starts from Friday. So make sure you're all ready with your users, guys. Okay. So if you face any issues, just let us know. Or send out just facing any issue at any point of time, just send a screenshot. We'll try to fix it up. Okay. Thank you all. Have a great day.